Once or many a times in our lives, we have come across or we've been with people who cause problems in our lives. They may stir up trouble or be the reason behind some conflicts or chaos in our lives. These are the toxic individuals, and the behavior they exhibit is called toxic behavior. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Michelle and welcome to Team Michelle. So today we have another very interesting video that covers the toxic behaviors or toxic people that we should be wary about, that we should check on people before we even engage with them deeper and include them in our circles of friends. So these are the toxic people. So today we want to know the effects of toxic behaviors from people in our lives and how to spot the toxicity in people that we engage with in day-to-day life or that we call friends. A toxic person is a person whose behavior adds stress and negativity into our lives. Like, we just can't stay in peace with a toxic person for a day or so. They must just come up with something that makes you annoyed or just turns off your mood completely. So these are the toxic people that we want to discuss about today. So stay tuned with me till the end. So many people who behaves in a toxic manner have once or many a times in their lives been disturbed with trauma or have been faced with something traumatic, but instead of dealing with their traumas, they choose. In fact, it is a choice. If you're a toxic person, then it is your own choice to be toxic. So once in a while, they have been in a traumatic situation, but instead of dealing with their traumas, they choose to portray the toxic behavior. So first, we should know that toxicity is a choice that someone makes. I don't want to deal with it, but I want to cover up. It is a form of covering up the things that we have. Remember, there is this artist and an author called Christian Baloga. He is an award-winning artist and a writer, and he says that pay no attention to toxic words. What people say is often a reflection of themselves, their lives, but not you. So whatever you experience from the outward environment that you feel doesn't sit well with you is something's reflection, not yours. So pay attention to the things that come into your ears, the things that you see from others. And when they are not aligned with your personality, then they might be toxic and you need to do away with them. So what are the effects of this toxic behavior, even before we know that this person is toxic? Because when we know the effects, then we really can tell that this person is a toxic person. That is why I am feeling these effects, or that is why I'm experiencing these and these things. So what are some of these things that we might experience, and know that this person who is making us experience these things is actually a toxic person? So number one is depression. You just feel you are stressed up, and according to how you received what that person said or did to you, you feel depressed, and depression kills. Yeah. So if you feel depressed because another person's presence in your life, then that person is toxic. Number 2 is unhappiness. You're not happy, you're just moody, like things are not working with you, and you find sometimes you try to normalize being unhappy, which is another toxic trait that might come from you in trying to deal with the toxic individuals that surrounds you. So every time you don't have the natural happiness that comes with the person, with a normal person. So you find yourself, your mood is 0. Check your environment. Number 3 is worthlessness. You feel you're not worth it because some of these toxic people, they always look down upon you. They do not see anything worth that can come from you, and they will always try to like make you sink further and further in whatever thing you're trying to do. So you ever feel you have no worth in life, and there is nothing productive that can come out of you. That is a toxic person. Number 4 is anxiousness or anxiety. You're just questioning whatever you're going to do because the other one that you tried to do was trolled down. So you ever questioning, like you want to like do copy other people, and things are just not working out because you don't believe in yourself and you don't know what that person is going to say again about this that you're trying now. You are always anxious, and anxiety can lead even to depression, which was the number 1 effect of toxic presence in our lives. So the list is endless. There are some of the effects that these toxic people can bring into our lives. So what are the characteristics of toxic people in our lives that we should check out? Manipulative. So these people, their methodology of survival, because remember, toxic people have something they have not dealt with and they are trying to cope. They are trying to forget it. So their methodology of forgetting this one is manipulating others. Like they want you to do things exactly as they want them to be. They are self-centered. They make things happen in a way that benefits them and only them. They don't want to see something good on someone. They want everything positive to be directed to them. They are self-centered. So they try to manipulate you. They try to manipulate your thinking. They try to manipulate the environment to be an environment that benefits their needs and their wants. So they are very manipulative. If you come across a friend or someone that every discussion was towards their benefit, every project that you are trying to put out with them or to put up with them was just directed towards their benefit, that is a toxic person and should be excluded in your life. Number 2 is they are judgmental. In this case, they don't want to take responsibility of their actions. They try to highlight your flaws so that you are you don't gain the momentum of life. They want to do what? How do I put this? They always tend to just pick on the things that you did so that their mistakes are not seen in this case. They always judge you in everything. Like they don't say it in a point of correcting you, but in a point of criticizing you negatively. Remember, there is positive criticism and there is this negative one. So these toxic people that exhibit toxic traits are the ones that are geared towards making your momentum lower and lower so that their mistakes are not seen. Remember, they don't want to deal with their mistakes, so they want to hold you responsible even for their mistakes. Yeah, so they judge you in everything that you do. Like, they don't forget a mistake that you did, and all the positive things that you did, they forget. Yeah, so that word mistake will be said and said and said just to make you feel belittled. They don't want someone to be up above them, to be in front of them in terms of happiness, being happy, in terms of being successful in life. So they want to belittle you in every possible way that they want. So if you spot such a person in your circle, eliminate. So number 4 is that they don't apologize. Apologies is never in their diction. Like, they hold everyone responsible for their own mistakes. I did this because you did this. It was this way because you did. They don't want to be responsible of mistakes. Like, they want to play the victim so that they gain sympathy from others. Like, it is you who made me do this. If it were not of you who came late, if it were not of you who said this, then I could have not have done that. Or they don't even talk about their mistakes at all. They just play blame games. No apologies, no retractions. Like, they are always correct. And if a mistake appears, then it was because of another person, not them. That is a toxic trait. Do away with it. The other trait that if we spot, we should run away from or flee is they are inconsistent. You can not just go with the steps that you laid up earlier to the end with these people. If they feel any instinct that this thing is not going to favor them, they change their moods, they change their perspective, they change the way they talk now. A very small instinct that shows them that this thing is not going to end in my favor, then they change everything. You cannot make a deal with them, you cannot do a business with them, you cannot have a family with them, you cannot be peaceful colleagues in the work environment with them, because they will not be teamwork, they will not be support, they will not be just peaceful coexistence in that place of work or in that place of living. They are always inconsistent in what they say. They tell you this today. If they see they messed up and it could not favor them, then they say another the next time. So be wary of this thing, of these people who does not stand with something. They'll just come, oh Nani, I told you this. Oh, I thought again that if we do that, it could not. They always have this tendency of having you bow and be lower in a position to favor what they say. Like, they want to put you in a position where if they say something, you agree with it. They might go even as far as using threats, more especially in a relationship. Yeah. So if you spot any of these things, or if you begin experiencing the effects that we talked about earlier, flee for your life, because they are dangerous as well. They are narcissistic and aggressive in whatever thing they do. They are ready to fight, they are ready to kill, they are ready to go to jail or something, and they are really I don't know. Just because they are dealing with something and they're not dealing with it in the appropriate way, they are covering it up. They tend to be aggressive and narcissistic. These people who they are the strongest, they are the most knowledgeable, they are moneyed, they are powerful, like, and they tend to be hungry at the slightest instincts. You say something like this and they are annoyed. They are ready to fight. And they can make you be their subjects if you're not careful. These people who, they are the only people who come up with ideas. Yours is ever wrong. There is nowhere your ideas can take them. They have all the ideas. They have all the places you have to visit. They have all the activities you're going to do in a day. Like, if you have a toxic boss, then you are dead in the office. If you have a toxic husband, you're not going to leave the relationship as long as they want. You're going to be their subject in that marriage for life or until further notice. So be wary of these traits, and as soon as they begin being portrayed in your circle of friends or colleagues or life partners, it is good to leave that place. It is good to leave that place. Yeah. So those are some of the traits that if you see in a person, know that this person is trying to cover up on some traumatic experience that they had when they were young or at some point in their lives. Yeah. So be wary of these people, and if you can flee, please do it as fast as possible. If you can help them deal with their traumas, it is as well good. Yeah. So that is the end of our today's video. If you found it educative and important, give it a thumbs up, and please share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, bye guys.